We're diving into a modern coin that's making waves in the collector's market, the 2020 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. Some of these pennies are worth thousands of dollars. So, if you've got a jar full of pennies at home, stick around because you might be sitting on a small fortune. First, let's talk about the history of the Lincoln penny. The iconic design featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse was introduced way back in 1909 to commemorate his 100th birthday. Over the years, it has undergone minor changes. But the 2020 penny continues the shield reverse design introduced in 2010. The shield represents unity, featuring the inscription E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, with a bold banner across the top reading 1 cent. The D-Mint mark below Lincoln's portrait tells us that this penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's primary facilities. Now let's look at the numbers. In 2020, over 3.4 billion pennies were struck at the Denver Mint. That's a lot of pennies. These coins were made with the standard composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Most of these coins are only worth face value in circulated condition. But here's the kicker. Certain error coins and high-grade examples are worth way more. Now, here's where things get exciting. Error coins from the 2020 D Lincoln penny series are what collectors are hunting for. Let's break down a few of the most double-die errors. Look closely at Lincoln's portrait, the inscriptions Liberty or I in God We Trust. If you see any doubling, you've hit the jackpot. These errors can fetch $1,000 to $3,000 depending on the severity and condition. Off-center strikes. These are coins where the design is misaligned, leaving a blank area on one side. Off-center strikes can sell for anywhere between $50 and $1,500 depending on how extreme the error is. Die cracks and cuts. Die cracks appear as raised lines on the coin, and cuts show where part of the design is missing due to a broken die. These errors are highly collectible and can bring in hundreds of dollars. But it's not just errors that make these pennies valuable. High-grade coins certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are also worth a fortune. A 2020 D Lincoln penny graded MS 69 recently sold for over $2,000 at auction. Why? Because finding a modern penny in nearly perfect condition is incredibly rare, even with billions minted. So, how can you spot these valuable pennies? Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect your 2020 D pennies for errors like doubling or cracks. Check for coins in pristine condition with no scratches or blemishes. If you think you've found something special, send it to a grading service for authentication and certification. A collection of pennies spread out on a table with a 2020 D penny in the center. And there you have it, folks, the fascinating world of the 2020 D Lincoln penny. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, these modern pennies prove that even the smallest coins can hold incredible value. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your pocket change, start searching, and who knows? You might just find a penny worth thousands. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated on more rare coin discoveries. Drop a comment below if you found any valuable coins. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy hunting. We'll dive into its fascinating history, unique features, and how some of these coins are turning heads in the world of coin collecting with their incredible value. The year 1960 was a pivotal time in U.S. history. The civil rights movement was gaining momentum. John F. Kennedy was running for president. And over at the Denver Mint, something special was happening with the Lincoln 1-cent penny. The 1960 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which struck over 1.6 billion pennies that year. But here's where things get interesting. 1960 was the year the U.S. Mint introduced two distinct varieties of the Lincoln penny, the small date and the large date varieties. The difference lies in the date. On the small date variety, the zero in 1960 is higher and smaller, while on the large date, the zero is larger and rounder. Both varieties were struck with the D-Mint mark for Denver. So why are some 1960 D pennies worth thousands of dollars? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and errors. One major factor is mint errors. Examples include double dies, repunched mint marks, RPMs, and off-center strikes. These errors make each coin a unique piece of history. Variety rarity, small date versus large date, The 1960D small date penny is significantly rarer than the large date version. Collectors will pay a premium for this harder-to-find variety. Coins graded in mint state, MS, condition, particularly those in grades MS 65 or higher, can fetch thousands of dollars because of their pristine appearance and sharp details. To achieve these high grades, the coin must have virtually no wear, brilliant luster, and incredible eye appeal. Now let's talk numbers. A standard 1960D penny in circulated condition is worth about 1 to 3 cents. But when we get into high grades and rarities, the value skyrockets. In fact, some 1960D pennies with rare errors or top-notch grading have sold at auction for over $10,000. Look for the small date or any unusual features like doubling on the date or mint mark. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot doubling, repunched mint marks, or other anomalies. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its condition and authenticity. Once graded, sell your coin through auction platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or to a reputable coin dealer. Who knew that a penny could be worth thousands of dollars? The 1960D Lincoln penny is a reminder that treasures can often be hiding in plain sight. So, check your pocket change, search your coin jars, and maybe, just maybe, you'll strike it rich. Could a simple penny from 1949 be worth thousands of dollars today? Believe it or not, some of these coins have skyrocketed in value due to their history, rarity, and unique features. Let's uncover the story behind the 1949 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny and how you might strike gold by finding one of these treasures in your pocket change. The 1949 Lincoln 1-cent penny is a true piece of American history. Minted during a post-World War II era, this penny reflects a time of economic recovery and prosperity. Featuring the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, it continues the legacy of one of America's most famous coin designs, which started in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. On the reverse, you'll find the simple but classic wheat ears design, symbolizing abundance and prosperity, which was used from 1909 to 1958 before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. This indicates it was minted in Philadelphia, as the Philadelphia Mint didn't use a mint mark in 1949. Look for the clear 1949 stamped under Lincoln's portrait. Check the coin's surface. Is it worn, or does it still shine with that original luster? The condition can dramatically affect its value. So, why are some 1949 no-mint mark pennies worth thousands of dollars? It all comes down to rarity and condition. Most 1949 pennies were heavily circulated, meaning they show significant wear and tear. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in mint state condition, especially graded MS 65 or higher, it could fetch an incredible price. Rare error coins, like off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on defective planchets, can also be worth a small fortune. In fact, a 1949 no-mint mark penny in near-perfect condition once sold for over $4,000 at auction. Collectors are always on the hunt for high-grade examples, which are extremely scarce. It's amazing how just one well-preserved coin can be worth so much, isn't it? Want to know how to maximize your chances of finding a valuable 1949 penny? Follow these tips. Bankrolls and old collections are gold mines for hidden treasures. Invest in a magnifying glass and a coin scale to spot details and errors. If you find a penny in excellent condition, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. The 1949 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It's a connection to America's history and a potential jackpot for collectors. Who knows? The next time you check your spare change, you might just find a penny worth thousands of dollars. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more coin treasure hunting tips. Share your finds in the comments below. Who knows? Your story might inspire the next great discovery. We're diving into the history and value of the 1996 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. An ordinary coin with extraordinary potential. Could this humble penny be worth thousands? Let's find out. First, a little history. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909, featuring Abraham Lincoln to celebrate his 100th birthday. The 1996 penny was struck at the Denver Mint, as denoted by the D Mint mark located just below the date in 1996. Over 6.5 billion pennies were minted in Denver, making this a common coin at first glance. But here's the twist: certain unique errors and rare varieties can make this penny worth thousands of dollars. Look for doubling on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile, where the design is misaligned, exposing blank areas on the coin. This happens when the D Mint mark was punched more than once, leaving a slight shadow effect. These errors make your penny unique and highly desirable to collectors. Now, condition is key. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 65 or higher being considered mint state. The shinier and more flawless your coin, the higher the value. If your 1996 D penny is graded MS 67 or MS 68, it can fetch $1,000 or more at auction. Even circulated pennies with errors can sell for hundreds. Still, just 1 cent $20 to $150, $500 to $3,000. In fact, a 1996 D penny with a high mint state grade and a significant error recently sold for over $2,000 at auction. Look for doubling, misaligned features, or unusual marks. Check for any signs of repunching. Is the coin free of scratches and wear? Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can certify your coin and help maximize its value. So, the next time you come across a 1996 D penny, don't overlook it. It could be worth thousands of dollars. Check your piggy banks, your jars of spare change, and even your couch cushions. Who knows, you might be holding a treasure in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries. And drop a comment below. What's the rarest coin you've ever found? Let's talk treasure hunting. We're talking about a penny that you might have sitting in your pocket change right now, the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent coin. You won't believe the history behind it and how it could be worth thousands of dollars today. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of U.S. currency since its introduction in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1989, the coin was already an American icon, featuring Victor David Brenner's famous design. But what makes the 1989 no-mint mark penny so intriguing? In 1989, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies, most of which were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins from this facility don't carry a mint mark, which is why you'll see no letter under the date. However, some of these pennies have unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. The value of a 1989 no-mint mark penny skyrockets when it exhibits certain rare errors or varieties. These could include double die errors, off-center strikes, die cracks, or even coins struck on the wrong planchet. One of the most famous varieties is the double die penny. Imagine finding a coin where the lettering or design appears doubled. These errors are the result of misaligned dies during the minting process and are incredibly sought after by collectors. So, how much is your 1989 penny worth? The average 1989 penny in circulated condition is worth just face value 1 cent. But error coins can change everything. For example, a double die penny in excellent condition can fetch anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 or more at auctions. Even pennies with minor errors, such as die cracks or misaligned strikes, can sell for hundreds of dollars. And if your penny is in mint state condition, meaning it's never been used in circulation, the value goes up significantly, especially if it has an error. To determine if your 1989 penny is valuable, start by closely examining it under magnification. Look for doubling on the date, liberty, or the word, "In God We Trust." Check for cracks, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. Using a coin scale can also help verify if it's struck on the correct planchet. Once you've identified a potential treasure, protect it. Store your coin in a protective holder to prevent damage. And if you think you have a rare find, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can significantly increase its value at auction. Where to sell your valuable penny, ready to cash in. You can sell your penny through online auction sites like eBay, specialized coin forums, or even at coin shows. Professional auction houses can also help if your coin is especially rare. But remember, always research the value of your coin before selling it. You don't want to undersell something that could be worth thousands. So, there you have it, the 1989 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny might be more valuable than you ever imagined. Check your change, search your piggy banks, and who knows? You might be holding a small fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their hidden value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable penny or have questions about your collection. We're diving deep into the history and value of the 1963 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that might just make you thousands of dollars richer. The 1963 Lincoln cent is part of the iconic wheat penny series that began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1963, the reverse side of the penny still featured the famous Lincoln Memorial design, which replaced the earlier wheat stalks in 1959. Now, you might notice there's no mint mark on the 1963 penny. This indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia didn't add mint marks to pennies until 2017, so don't let the absence of a mint mark throw you off. In 1963, the U.S. Mint produced a staggering 754 million pennies in Philadelphia alone. So, at first glance, it seems like this coin is anything but rare. But here's the kicker, the real value comes down to condition and errors. We'll talk about those next. Check both the obverse, front, and reverse, back, for doubling on letters like Liberty, In God We Trust, or even the date itself. Look for raised lines or cut errors along the edge of the coin, which can make it unique and valuable. Coins that are struck off-center can fetch a premium price, sometimes hundreds of dollars depending on the degree of misalignment. Collectors love these rare errors, and they're willing to pay top dollar for coins in pristine condition with unique mistakes. Let's talk numbers. A regular 1963 no-mint mark penny in circulated condition is worth its face value. Just 1 cent, however, in mint state condition, graded MS65 or higher, it can sell for $15 to $50 at auctions. And if you have a penny with a rare error, like a double die or significant off-center strike, collectors could pay anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, or even more in exceptional cases. In fact, one pristine example of a 1963 penny with a dramatic error sold for $4,500 at auction. So it's worth checking your coin jar. To determine your coin's value, always inspect it carefully using a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Preserve it in a protective holder to avoid scratches or damage. And for high-value coins, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. So, could your 1963 no-mint mark penny be worth thousands? It all depends on its condition and whether it has any rare errors. Make sure to check your coins carefully, and let us know in the comments if you find something special. Could you be holding a 1969 Lincoln penny worth thousands of dollars? That's right. This ordinary-looking penny could bring you a small fortune if you know what to look for. Stick around as we dive into the fascinating history, unique features, and most importantly, what makes some of these coins worth so much today. First, let's talk history. The 1969 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mark just below the date. In 1969, over 4 billion pennies were struck at this mint, which means this coin is not particularly rare, at least not at first glance. But here's the twist. Despite its massive production numbers, some coins from this year are highly sought after by collectors due to errors and high-grade conditions that can make them incredibly valuable. So, what makes the 1969 Lincoln penny worth thousands of dollars? 2 things: errors and condition. There are reports of double-die obverse, DDO, errors where the date and Liberty appear slightly doubled. This error, though more common in the 1969 no-mint mark penny from Philadelphia, has collectors examining all 1969 pennies, including those with the Denver Mint mark, just in case they discover an undocumented rarity. Second, condition matters. If your coin is in a pristine state, known as mint state, MS, it can fetch premium prices. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are highly desirable and can sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Now, let's get to the exciting part, how much these pennies are worth. For a standard 1969D penny in circulated condition, it's worth about 1 to 5 cents, basically face value. However, if you find a coin in mint state condition, the value jumps significantly. MS-65 grade pennies typically sell for $50 to $150. MS-67 grade coins, which are nearly flawless, have been auctioned for as much as $2,000 to $300, $500. And remember, any unusual errors, like a double die or a striking flaw, could push the value even higher. These are the types of coins collectors will pay big money for. Look for sharp details and minimal wear. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling on the date or letters. If you think you've found a high-grade or error coin, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its value. You never know, your pocket change could hold a hidden gem. So, how do you increase your chances of finding a valuable 1969D penny? Start by checking your old coin jars, rolls, or even those pennies you get as change. Visit flea markets, garage sales, or estate sales where vintage coins might appear. And don't forget to network with other collectors who might help you learn more. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, the 1969D Lincoln penny is proof that treasures can hide in plain sight. Don't overlook your change. Your next big discovery could be waiting there. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exciting coin collecting adventure. Did you know that a simple 1985 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny sitting in your pocket change could be worth thousands of dollars? That's right. What makes these pennies so valuable? Stick around, and I'll reveal the secrets behind this fascinating coin, its history, rare errors, and how much collectors are paying for it today. Before we dive into its value, let's talk about its history. The 1985 Lincoln penny was minted during an era of significant transition in coin production. These pennies were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which, as you might know, doesn't place a mint mark on their coins, hence the term no mint mark. The coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that's been on U.S. pennies since 1909. On the reverse, we have the Lincoln Memorial, which was in use from 1959 to 2008. But what really makes some of these 1985 pennies special isn't just their age. It's their rarity and errors. These pennies are made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. While billions were minted, only a handful are worth big money. Why? It's all about their condition and unique errors that happened during the minting process. Some pennies show doubling on the lettering, especially on Liberty or the date 1985. Coins that are struck off-center can fetch hundreds, even thousands, depending on how significant the error is. Sometimes called cuds, these imperfections occur when the die used to strike the coin cracks, leaving raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin. Even without errors, a 1985 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition with an MS-67 or higher grade can bring in big bucks. Let's talk numbers. A regular 1985 penny in circulated condition is worth just 1 cent. But a penny with errors or in exceptional condition can sell for a 1985 penny graded MS-67 recently sold at auction for over $2,000. Error coins like double dies or off-center strikes have been known to fetch between $500 and $5,000, depending on rarity and demand. So, the next time you find a shiny 1985 penny in your change, don't ignore it. It could be a hidden treasure. Check for doubling on the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust. Look for cracks, blobs, or unusual marks. Avoid touching the surface with your bare hands. Use gloves to prevent damage. If you think you have a valuable penny, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade rating can significantly increase its value. So, whether it's sitting in a jar at home or hiding in your pocket change, that 1985 no-mint mark penny could be your ticket to thousands of dollars. Make sure to check every coin carefully. You never know what you might find. Have you ever come across a 1971 Lincoln penny with no mint mark and wondered if it could be worth a fortune? well, you might be holding a small piece of history that's worth thousands of dollars. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, its history, key errors, and how to determine its true value. Stay tuned because you don't want to miss this. The Lincoln penny has been an American icon since its introduction in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner. By 1971, the penny had been circulating for over 6 decades. These pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why there's no mint mark on them. Philadelphia didn't start adding a mint mark on pennies until 2017. The obverse features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. In 1971, the U.S. Mint produced over 1.9 billion pennies in Philadelphia alone, making it one of the most common coins of the era. But here's where things get exciting. Some of these pennies have rare errors or unique characteristics that can make them worth thousands. So, what makes a 1971 no-mint mark penny so valuable? It's all about errors and condition. Here are the most important features to check for. The most famous error for this coin is the doubled die obverse. Look closely at the date, 1971, and the inscriptions like Liberty or In God We Trust. If you see doubling on the letters or numbers, you might have struck gold, figuratively speaking, of course. Pennies in pristine, uncirculated condition with sharp details are extremely rare for this year. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by organizations like PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands at auctions. Keep an eye out for off-center strikes, die cracks, or even clipped planchets. These types of errors are less common but can still increase the coin's value significantly. To spot these details, you'll need a magnifying glass or a microscope. Trust me, it's worth the effort. Now let's talk money. A regular 1971 no-mint mark penny in circulated condition is usually worth just 1 cent, its face value. But coins in higher grades or with errors can be worth a small fortune. $0.01, $0.1050, $300, $500, $3,000 depending on grade and clarity of the error. Some 1971 DDO pennies have sold for over $5,000 at major coin auctions. One such example is a 1971 DDO penny graded MS 66, which sold for over $7,000. The higher the grade and the more prominent the error, the higher the value. Place the coin in a protective holder to avoid scratches or damage. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can significantly increase its value. You can sell your coin at auctions, through coin dealers, or online platforms like eBay. Make sure to research the market value beforehand to avoid undervaluing your treasure. The 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin with a rich history, and it could be worth a lot more than you think. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, always keep an eye out for these hidden gems. Who knows? Your pocket change could hold a fortune. Could this tiny 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny in your pocket be worth thousands of dollars? You might be sitting on a hidden treasure without even knowing it. Stay tuned as we dive into its fascinating history, why it's rare, and how some of these coins have fetched jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. The history of the 1978 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1978 penny continues the legacy of this iconic design created by Victor David Brenner. It features Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which had been added in 1959. In 1978, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, primarily at 2 locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The no-mint mark pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark on its coins at the time. What makes the 1978 no-mint mark penny special? At first glance, the 1978 no-mint mark penny might seem ordinary, but its value skyrockets under certain conditions. Coins with rare errors or in pristine condition can be worth much more than face value. Look for double die obverse or reverse errors, die cracks, or off-center strikes. Pennies graded as MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are especially valuable. A perfectly preserved coin with a full red color, designated as RD, is highly sought after by collectors. In some cases, a rare error penny or one in top condition has sold for over $5,000 at auctions. Imagine finding that in your change. Look for any irregularities, such as doubling on the date, Liberty, or Lincoln's profile. A bright red penny in mint state can bring in a lot more money than a brown or tarnished one. If you think your coin is special, consider sending it to a professional grading service. They'll determine its exact grade and confirm its value. Once you've done this, you can research recent auction results or consult a coin dealer to understand its market value. Real-life auction stories. Let's talk about some amazing sales. In recent years, 1978 no-mint mark pennies in pristine condition have fetched between $2,000 and $5,500 at auctions. For example, a flawless MS67 RD penny sold for $4,800, proving that even modern coins can be worth thousands. Tips for collectors and treasure hunters: search through old coin rolls from banks. Ask friends and family for their spare change jars. Attend local coin shows to learn more from experts. And don't forget to keep learning about coins. Knowledge is the key to spotting treasure. The 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect reminder that big treasures can come in small packages. Whether it's an error coin or a near-perfect mint state penny, your next discovery could be worth thousands of dollars. So start searching through your change today.